So
You must have some kind of a record for stepping on IEDs.
oh gosh, that's another thing too. Yeah, because they don't fight us. There's big IEDs. Like I've been hit by 4 of them and everything. 2 while in a striker, and 2 on foot on patrols and everything. Those things. Some of them didn't do anything. We're lucky. Like one of them, for example, a small one went off on our striker. Luckily nothing happened. But the other 3 were pretty big, and then 2 out of those 3 caused KIAs, unfortunately. And
Wow.
that's all they do. They don't fight us. Like they'll shoot at us to lure us in and everything like that, but they're hoping for us to step on it, And all they do is watch, and it is incredibly difficult because like they're the enemy combatants, but they're not. They don't have uniform.
You can't tell.
What I mean, you could see a U.S. soldier from like 20 miles away.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could, or not even just a U.S. But a Taliban. How do you see one? How do you distinguish what they look like? You have no clue. So you got that aspect going on. Which makes it really rough with the civilian population because after a number of firefights, every person, I just considered everyone an enemy because you just didn't know. And it's sad, but that's just how it goes sometimes. But yeah, a lot of IEDs, unfortunately.
Yeah. You told me years after I've already known you that there's a period of time you were just afraid to step on dirt.
Yeah. After the last 2, which happened on the same op and everything, I never believed in like anxiety. Growing up, other people are like, I got anxiety for this, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck is anxiety? But I learned that day. And we were on an op, and we hit an IED, and we just took massive casualties, just massive amount. And I'm like, I think I was 21. I was 20 at the time. I'm 20 years old with a saw, and I'm just like watching my brothers, losing limbs, and and just dying. Young men now. And then on top of that, our senior NCOs, like first sergeant and everything, and officers and everything, and it's just brutal, But that day traumatized me quite a bit, and for the longest, I couldn't even walk on like soft dirt. It had to be like concrete, like as soon as I would try to even just trying to go get some fucking food, gotta probably walk across this patch of dirt, before you get to some concrete, and man, I start sweating and hyperventilating and everything, and I'm just like, So, but it took me a long time to break out of that, It's just
it's no surprise that it left some weight and baggage to have to deal with.
Yeah, it was a rough one. A lot of units get some really crazy ones. You got Korangal Valley, you got Kandahar, my unit and everything. We go through some really rough fights because, like I said, we're already fighting with our hand tied behind the back and then blindfolded, and then they know what we have to do. They know the rules we have to play by, and it's insane. It's insane to fight like this. Like my unit, we used to set up ambushes for their ambushes because they knew how we played. They shot at us and we were starting to get too close. They drop their weapons. That's it. Or if we see them digging to plant IEDs, if they drop the shovel, that's it. So what we would do is we'll have one unit go out late in the night and post up in an area where we think we're going to get hit by. And then you'll have like a bait unit go by, They're like, okay, you're going to trigger the ambush. You're going to be the bait. So we'll go walking up and everything like that, and we're waiting for it. And then, RPG flies over. They start shooting at us and everything. And once they engage us, now we can engage them, and they're focused on us in front, but they're not aware of that element that's there waiting for them on the side that we set up there the night before.
Right.
And they come in and dick them down and shit.
Right.
And